Howdy, and good morning, folks. I'm Mark Welsh, the Dean of the Bush School, and huge fan of the graduates we honor here today. For the family and friends of our graduates, thank you for joining us. Even virtually, it just wouldn't be the same without you. Welcome to our graduation celebration for students being awarded a master's degree in public service and administration. Joining me today are Dr. Frank Ashley, our Senior Associate Dean for Academic Affairs and all-around good guy, and Dr. Lori Taylor, esteemed economist and head of our Public Service and Administration Department. Ms. Kimberly Reeves will also assist in today's celebration by reading the names of our graduates. Now, before we begin, I owe a very special thank you to Ms. Lisa Brown, Director of the Bush School's Office of Extended Education, and Ms. Holly Kasperbauer for planning this virtual celebration and for dragging most of us kicking and screaming through dress rehearsals to ensure that we didn't torpedo it with our sometimes shady IT skills. Thank you, ladies. And now, if I could, I'd like to ask you graduates to stop the cascade of thoughts in your head for just a minute and to think about the three groups of people who join you in this celebration today. The fact is, each of those groups has a very different focus, and it's important that you understand that. The first group are your parents, your grandparents, your spouses, your family, and friends. They're celebrating you today, but they're thinking about a whole bunch of yesterdays. They're thinking about the day you were born, about bringing you home from the hospital, about your first words, your first steps, your first day of school. They're thinking about Little League baseball games and ballet recitals, piano lessons, and teaching you to cook. They're remembering the nerves of your first date and helping you through that first heartbreak. They're struggling to balance their pride in what you become with their apprehension about giving you up to the world that they spent so long protecting you from. All the things that make them love you have already happened. To them, the future's important, but the past is, well, it's everything. Make sure that you thank them today for your talent, your skills, your personality. Thank them for making you who you are. You learned honesty and integrity around the kitchen table at home. You learned about courage and competition from your brothers and sisters and friends in the backyard. You watched your parents and you learned about commitment and dedication, loyalty and respect. They gave you all the tools you'll need to succeed in life, and you can never thank them enough. But today would be a good day to try. The second group in the audience today is your faculty and staff from here at the Bush School. They're all focused on today and what it means, because this ceremony is as important to them as it is to you. For the last 2 years, they've served as teacher, coach, mentor, role model, and friend. And what they've taught you can't be captured in a test score or on a transcript. They've taught you the professional skills you'll need to succeed wherever you go and whatever you do. And they've showed you that the world demands a standard of performance and rewards men and women who are willing to meet it. They understand the significance of the diploma you'll receive, in the mail, unfortunately, and the effort it took to earn it. And when this ceremony is over, they'll send you a note to congratulate you. They'll quietly congratulate each other in a future department Zoom meeting. And then they'll turn their focus right back to the class of 21 and soon 22. They'll continue to teach, to coach, to mentor, to be role models, and to inspire. It's what they do. It's who they are. Happens to be why I love them. They shape the professional platform on which you'll build your future. There's no way to really thank them either, but you should try. And the third and most important group today is you, the graduates of the class of 2020. You are very clearly focused on tomorrow, and that's exactly as it should be. The other members of your class have been a huge factor in your success. Together, you've worked, you've played, laughed, cried, and celebrated. You've learned how to deal with success and sometimes failure, even how to deal with a pandemic. You've learned how to respect others, to listen, and to seek, understand, and value different points of view. And in some way, at some time over the past 2 years, they probably carried you. The worst thing about this virtual celebration in my mind is that you aren't all sitting in one place, side by side, to celebrate this mountain you climbed together. But COVID-19 doesn't change the incredible impact your classmates have and will have on your life and your success. And it certainly won't change your friendship. Thank them today as well. And I'd like you to do one other thing today. Do it for me. Make a commitment to yourself that no matter what path you choose in life, you'll run it at full speed. In your lifetime, people are going to do incredible things. They'll win the Nobel Peace Prize. They'll craft groundbreaking international treaties and agreements. They'll provide life-saving aid to people all over the world. They'll develop educational programs that reach all children in all countries. They'll become university chancellors, bank presidents, corporate CEOs, city managers, state governors, secretaries of state, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, president of the United States of America, and leaders of governments all over the world. By the way, you are those people. And that's why the rest of us are so excited today. Our world is about to get better. The challenges that we couldn't overcome, you will. The people we couldn't accept, you will. The technology we couldn't master, you will. And the peace we couldn't find, you must. Don't be afraid to be really good at whatever you end up doing. This world needs your talent, your energy, your commitment, your ideas, your smile in the morning. It needs your A game. So bring it. You've already made those of us who love you proud. Now it's time for the much tougher task of living up to your own expectations. You've worked awfully hard to get here. You've earned this day. Tomorrow, the adventure begins. Go make yourself proud. Thanks for tolerating me one more time. I'd now like to invite Dr. Lori Taylor to take over for the recognition of our graduating degree students. Lori?
Thank you, Dean Welsh. The Master of Public Service and Administration degree program prepares principled leaders who have the critical skills, knowledge, and expertise to lead in the public service field. The MPSA and Executive MPSA programs develop in-depth advanced skills in public service leadership, decision-making, and evaluative methods. The program requires a rigorous course of study totaling 48 graduate credit hours for students in our residence program, and 39 graduate credit hours plus substantial prior experience for students in our online executive program. Students are exposed to all aspects of public service, but quickly choose to focus on a specific degree track, specializing in policy analysis, public management, nonprofit management, or in our executive program, Homeland Security. For every student, the MPSA program culminates in a 2-semester research capstone experience that seeks to integrate what students have learned in their classes in the context of an applied team project on behalf of a public agency or nonprofit client. The students review relevant literature, formulate a research design, collect and analyze data, prepare briefing reports, prepare presentation materials, and make final presentations to their clients. This year's graduating class conducted capstone research on behalf of the U.S. Congressional Research Service, the Human Trafficking and Transnational Organized Crime Section of the Texas Office of the Attorney General, the City of Byrum, the Texas Water Foundation, the Boone and Crockett Wildlife Conservation Program, the Harris County Office of Homeland Security and Emergency Management, the Associations of American Universities and the Association of Public and Land Grant Universities, Combined Arms, Guardian Services in Fort Worth, Ruta Civica in Mexico City, and Compassion International. The faculty from the Department of Public Service and Administration are extremely and justifiably proud of the work our students have done on behalf of each of these clients. Today, we celebrate our MPSA candidates who have excelled in meeting all master's degree requirements, as well as their track-specific requirements. We honor these candidates who have further developed the in-depth and advanced knowledge, skills, and expertise to earn a Master of Public Service and Administration degree from the Bush School at Texas A&M University. Dean Welsh, faculty, and guests, I have the honor of presenting the following students who are candidates for graduating with the Master of Public Service and Administration degree.
Mohammed Ahmadi, Emma Jewel Alexander. Mason Rose Alexander Hawk. Timur Hussein Alvi. Gabriel Amorin Aranda. Kagan Baldry. James Kishawn Baldwin. David Richard Barrera. Caroline Starr Bartlett. Amelia Agesen Boylan. Joseph Dalton Byrum. Nicholas G. Cartwright. Leslie K. Cole. Blaine Austin Council. Kyle David Cox. Kong Yi Dai. Rochelle Latrice Davis. Brianna Therese Delgado. Zane Everett Dupree. Faith Bethany Dingas. Patrick Anthony Doucette. Toheed Elahi. Abigail Garcia Ortiz. Frank MacArthur Gasca. Jake Robert Gibbons. Nathaniel Aaron Jesdahl. Craig Stephen Goralski. Harrison S. Gregg. Colton Lewis Haffey. Matthew Charles Hagee. Allison K. Hall. April Rose Hill Jackson. Adam Holden. Reagan Elizabeth Hooper. William D. Horton. Mary Huddleston. Lizzie Mae Huey. Joseph O. Husky. Jaycee Monee Jones. Cassie K. Jones. Alexandra Kunjua. Do-Hoon Kim. Erica Ann Conager. Kim Van Thee Lee. Katie Leanne Leach. Andrew James Lionberger. Madison Jade Mata. Lauren Elizabeth McGrath. Emily Beth McGuckin. James H. McKenzie. Michael Robert McGough. Cameron A. Mohr. William Marcus Mohr. Christina Ruth Morrison. Jonathan M. Mueller. Norma Elizabeth Noonan. Catherine Nicole Ott. Sandra Hagee Parker. Emily Nicole Parks. Nicholas Jacob Partipilo. Kiefer Blake Patterson. Christian Isaiah Pinheiro. Tori Ian Powell. Bill Prieto. Antonio Jose Gabriel Ramos Michael. Austin Tyler Reed. Samantha Ruelas. Hamza Sadiq. Joseph V. Sanchez. Taylor J. Sandoval. Blakely Sawyer. Morgan Alexandra Seacatz. Zachary D. Sitton. Carolyn Smith. Melanie Whitworth Taylor. Audrey Nicole Tippy. Savannah Ray Thielbar. John Robert Thompson, Jr. Yolosochi Torstai. Abigail Ann Trahan. Emily Morgan Liani Tucker. Clinton Werner. Alexis Jade Weaver. Raina Madison Willenbrink. Zachary Aiden Weimer. Kimberly L. Winarski. Brittany Ann Winters. Maheen Zahid. Jinhua Zhao.
Congratulations to all of you who have completed the requirements for the Master of Public Service and Administration degree. The Vedlitz Award for Excellence in Science and Technology Policy Studies recognizes a Bush School student who demonstrates excellence in classwork, capstone research, or individual research on science and technology studies and its relationship to policy issues and solutions. The award was established in 2016 by Dr. Arnold Vedlitz, Director Emeritus and Distinguished Research Scholar in the Institute for Science, Technology, and Public Policy. This year's recipient of the award, Mr. Michael Robert McGough, has been an exceptionally productive scholar in the area of science and technology policy while at the Bush School. He solo authored a paper on space debris that has been published in the journal Space Policy. Mr. McGough has also had the prestigious honor of being selected to participate in the Texas Lyceum Conference, an organization that focuses on national and state issues and seeks to emphasize constructive private sector, public sector, and individual responses to the issues. The Texas Lyceum is governed by a 96-member board of directors, with some of the Lyceum's notable alumni, including President George W. Bush and Senators Ted Cruz and Kay Bailey Hutchinson. His presentation on property buyouts after natural disasters, the economic implications for Texas residents, was a culmination of extensive research and data collection from agencies such as the Federal Emergency Management Agency, the Texas General Land Office, NASA, NOAA, and the Harris County Flood Control District. Mr. McGough embodies the spirit of the Vedlitz Award for Excellence in Science and Technology Policy Studies, and we are proud to recognize his achievements. Congratulations, Michael McGough.
Congratulations, Michael, and congratulations to each of our graduates who have now received, your degree. At each graduation celebration, we take a moment to recognize excellence in our school. Today, we have 3 awards to present. To do the honors, I'll turn things over to class of 2020 members Raina Willenbrink, Mason Alexander Hawk, and Katie Ott. Raina and Mason will present the Silver Star Awards for Teaching Excellence and the Silver Star Award honoring a staff member, and Katie will present the Public Service Award. Raina, over to you.
First off, thank you, Dean Welsh, and congratulations to the class of 2020. My name is Raina Willenbrink, and I'm very excited to present the Silver Star Faculty Award. The Silver Star Faculty Award is presented each year to one Bush School professor nominated by the graduating students for their excellence in teaching and their outstanding commitment to the students. This year, the award goes to a professor who is not only passionate about his teaching and research, but also genuinely cares about his students. As one of his now former students, I can say he really does care about our success and well-being, as he would continually check in on each student. This was especially true once online classes became the new normal. He has provided his students with career resources and connections, and he would bring in guest speakers from local government into his class to provide practical examples of public management in action. Although he has heard it a lot from me, I want to say thank you from the class of 2020, and I am very excited to present the Silver Star Faculty Award to Dr. Justin Bullock.
Thank you, Raina. Thank you, class of 2020. It's been my pleasure working with you all the last couple of years. I wish you all the best in these kind of unique and challenging times, and I encourage you to be the best public servant you can be. Thanks again for the award. It means a lot.
Hello, everyone. I would now like to announce the staff member who our class chose to receive the Silver Star Award this year. This is a person who dedicates herself to ensuring students feel welcomed and supported throughout their time at the Bush School. Her office is always filled with the best candy, and if we were lucky, she brought in her foster puppies. Her positive energy and loving spirit transcends her office walls and is felt all throughout the Allen building. On behalf of the Bush School class of 2020, I would like to present Holly Kasperbauer with this year's Staff Silver Star Award, and I would like to thank you for all that you do.
Thank you, Mason, and the class of 2020. This award means more than any of you will ever know. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I truly appreciate it.
And lastly, I'm excited to present the award for service on behalf of the Public Service Organization. For friends and family joining us, PSO is a student-led organization open to all Bush School students, consisting of 9 teams. We partner with nonprofits in the Bryan College Station area to plan service events. These service events give Bush School students the opportunity to give back to the community that hosts us for our 2-year program, while also personifying President Bush's dedication to service. Some of our most successful events this year were providing monthly childcare services, as well as writing letters to soldiers, painting the U.S. map at local elementary school playgrounds, planting trees, and multiple donation drives. Each year, the PSO Award for Service is given to an outstanding graduate who has gone above and beyond the call of duty. Not only have they dedicated time serving the community, Texas A&M, and their classmates, they've truly made an impact. Our PSO executive team had several names to consider this year. Our 2020 recipient exudes what it means to be a public servant. I personally had the pleasure to serve alongside her for 2 years, witnessing her hard work and perseverance. While balancing school and other responsibilities, she planned, recruited volunteers, and ran over 10 service events. She even stepped up to help classmates to run meetings and brainstorm ideas for new service events. She is passionate and compassionate, determined and soft-hearted. With that, I'm pleased to announce this year's recipient, Allison Hall.
Congratulations, Allison. All of us are proud of you and thank you for your incredible work. You know, every year our graduating class selects one student to be their collective voice on graduation day. It's an incredible honor to be selected, and it's an incredible privilege for me to present this year's class speaker, Cassie Jones.
Dean Welsh, distinguished professors, family, friends, and the class of 2020, howdy. Before I get into my speech, I wanted to touch on a few small lessons and memories that we have witnessed during our short time at the Bush School. We learned how to calculate multivariate regressions, studied about how executive power has expanded and magnified bureaucracy. We saw international affairs students try and rappel from the 2nd floor but crash into the ceiling. And we also learned that Texas was definitely a country before it was a state. And I'm looking at you for that one, Dr. Davis. And if you're listening, I can assure you that I will always remember the Alamo. I wanted to start today by thanking all those that decided to tune in on this very different and unexpected type of graduation ceremony. A lot of people have been saying, we know this isn't what you thought it would be, and don't worry, we'll make sure we celebrate you later. At first, I was puzzled by these words. I had to ask myself, what did everyone really mean by that? I had just felt like our class was being scammed or something like that, or I don't know, Ashton Kutcher was going to pop out of somewhere and say, "You've been punked." Sadly, that day never came. However, I got to thinking and I soon realized I was comforted by something that I found surprising. You see, believe it or not, I was comforted by working on my capstone. On March 23rd, I woke up at 8 a.m. and I hopped on a Zoom call with my capstone team. We all had coffee or food in our hands and we were all ecstatic to see one another. Although Zoom was becoming our new normal and we had a million other things going on in the world, we had an hour and a half to see one another, focus, and distract ourselves with school. I feel like a large part of my life has been looking forward to getting out of school, not running towards it during an unfamiliar time. At the end of every team meeting, my capstone team always made it a goal of ours to do a virtual hands in. We would count to 3 and throw our hands up in the air and wish everyone well for the rest of the week. I share that story with you today because that instance reminded me of why the Bush School is so unique. The Bush School is more than just a school. It's a place that curates a family for everyone. And what I mean by family is more than just your capstone team or the people you meet along this grad school journey, but it's the people that you met and survived with in your Foundations of Nonprofits class, the person you gave the look of relief to when your name wasn't called for Dr. Kerr's final word. It's the students that you cheered with during last year's Dillo Cup game, the excitement you got from finding out who was in your capstone, the friends you sang your favorite songs with at Cap Street or Papa Bear, the bushies that you danced with at Harry's on a Thursday because you needed a break from studying. It's the faculty and staff offices that you stole candy from. It's the IAs that you made friends with in your essay classes. And it's the group of people that you worked with in the library to get that static coding just right for Dr. Leahy. And let me tell you, that's only the Bush School family. We also got thrown into this crazy big Aggie family right alongside that. From midnight yells to football games to learning Aggie words like 2%er or good bull. It's also trying to understand what exactly a 3+2 student is, or contacting every Aggie you know and to try and get advice about how to prepare for your Aggie ring dunk. We gained a family that was bigger than we could have ever imagined. I don't know about the rest of you, but I don't have many friends that went to grad school and walked away with as many friends, memories, support, and knowledge that we'll walk away with. From mentors and faculty and staff to your best friends, this place and the people here are special. I think it goes without saying that you can always count on our class to overcome every challenge and hardship that is thrown our way. In fact, our class has had to rise to the occasion on multiple times. In our first semester on November 30th, 2018, we lost a president that instilled and made us believe in the value of public service and encouraged us to always try and see past what is going on in the world, specifically to focus on what we could do to make any situation better and to take action as public servants. The feeling of that day in November and the weeks to follow were eerie. However, after President Bush's funeral, I was reminded by a friend that we as students have been selected to attend this school because the faculty here saw something in us that resembled the mission of what our namesake sought out to accomplish. President George H.W. Bush said in his inaugural speech in 1989, "America is never wholly herself unless she is engaged in high moral principle. We as people have such a purpose today. It is to make kinder the face of the nation and gentler the face of the world." My hope is that we can fulfill that calling and dream he had for the nation. As we graduate during these uncertain times, I thought I would end with words of wisdom from the best people I know, my parents. They reminded me to remember that when something doesn't look or go the way you planned, sometimes that time presents the greatest opportunity to make a difference. I know that our class will accomplish achievements beyond our greatest imagination. The past 2 years at the Bush School have prepared us to be the public servants that the world needs. I challenge you to embrace the values and missions of this school in all aspects of your life, whether you're dealing with family or your job. Always remember that your voice will resonate with those around you, so use it to speak the truth. As our namesake has said, we can find meaning and reward by serving some higher purpose than ourselves. Family, friends, and faculty, I leave you with two final things. One, public service is truly a noble calling. And two, students, you now have enough degrees to have an opinion. Goodbye, good luck, and God bless. And gig 'em.
Thank you, Cassie. Great stuff. I don't know if the rest of you are having the same humidity problem I am, but my glasses fogged up at one point in the middle of Cassie's remarks. To the family and friends watching today, you've just seen one small example of why we are so excited about and proud of this particular graduating class. You know, one of the victims of the current pandemic was our annual awards ceremony, at which our students who had completed their requirements for the Dean's Leadership Certificate and the Bush School Medal of Excellence received their awards. We're going to put a slide up here in just a second that honors those students who earned the Dean's Leadership Certificate by completing additional academic work, finishing a rigorous self-study and self-assessment program, and conducting experiential learning activities throughout their time at the Bush School. This slide also recognizes those who earned the Bush School Medal of Excellence by completing that leadership certificate and also spending 2 years developing a reflective learning e-portfolio that captured the lessons they learned during their graduate school experience while perfecting their professional writing skills. Congratulations to all of our Leadership Certificate and Medal of Excellence awardees. And finally, for all our graduates, every one of us at the Bush School is honored to be associated with you, and we feel privileged that you chose to be part of this family. Please remember that there is no other group like you. You are now the living legacy of the 41st President of the United States. He once said that in 100 years, I would like to look back and have historians say from that school came generation after generation of people who were committed to public service for the right reasons, because they believe that public service is noble and they believe they can make a difference. He'd be awfully proud of you today. And I know that you will make his dream a reality. Please never forget that you now carry his legacy and wear it proudly. It's worthy of your respect. Congratulations and best wishes to each and every one of you. Go forth and live honorable lives. Love your family, honor your friends, respect others, serve selflessly, do great things, and make your world a better place. And please stay in touch because we want to hear all about it. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for joining us today. This concludes our celebration, and I don't think there's any better way to close than with our favorite song. So Maestro Brown, if you would please cue the music. Good luck, 2020.